John. You say it's your birthday. It's your birthday too.
Yes. Hey, it's Patricia's birthday.
It's Patricia's
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Patricia. Happy birthday to you.
Hold it. There you go.
I love it.
Thank you.
Who told us that? She's like, I'm going to kill Rob. Anyway, happy birthday.
Rob had nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, it was in an email that you sent to us way back when.
Oh.
So, see, Rob, no name, no blame.
All right. So this is the Jagoff Late Night Podcast, and here we are on our Porch Tour series. Finally, this is one of our favorite times of the year, and it is when we get to celebrate the official start of summer because we get to celebrate Zachary's mission and the amazing philanthropy that we celebrate in Pittsburgh, like Amy Knight of Flower Power. I'm wearing my Flower Power shirt in your honor.
Love it.
It's not really mine, it's my daughter's. But it's like good meets good.
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah. And, you know, Amy, not only do you get the porch tour, I mean, it's really cool that Patricia shows up here for her birthday.
Yes.
Right? But in the meantime, you get a whole list of prizes. Do you want to hear them?
Absolutely.
Here we go. All right, you get Ernie Ricci sausage with Mancini's buns. You get Mancini's Bakery pepperoni rolls. MaryMac Bakehouse will send you some of her mixes. And Steel City Karting, you go karting down in the Leetsdale area.
Right. The National Aviary, Caliente, Pizza and Drafthouse gives you an entire little package. Grandpa Joe's Candy Shop, Pittsburgh Brewing Company, Sweet Florence, and P Squared Cents.
Wow.
It's like a little mixture.
I know.
As my mother would say in Italian, a mushkalians of things. How's that?
And I don't even know what that is, Amy.
Me neither.
It sounds great.
First, Amy, have you met Patricia before?
Not before today.
Okay, that's cool. So what made you decide to enter the porch tour? Basically, you knew it was going to be a good time, or you know your network of friends is going to bring it when it comes to collecting items for Zachary's mission?
A little bit of both. I wanted to do it last year. I was kind of late to seeing it and wanting to get into it, but this year it just really worked out. So I absolutely wanted to get all my friends here. Some of my friends that are over there have never even been to my house before. So
we were the excuse.
They're like, oh, we get to see your house. Let's go.
You have nebby people. I get it.
Oh yeah,
I get it.
Aren't we
Amy,
all?
but you're being very humble because you show up no matter what. You're among people who are in our circle who we've met for quite a few years. No matter what it is, Community Liver Alliance, Zachary's Mission, different events that John and I have done. You are always a supportive person. You just came off of LLS with our friend Bradley. They're always helping Tom Baker with Variety. You just are that good heart. And listen, this means we're celebrating you as a Yinzer because you are not originally from Pittsburgh, but we are here to spare you and tell you nobody can come down on her because she is too good of a heart and she's been here and it feels like you've been from Pittsburgh your whole time. So
thank you very much.
Yeah. So you have this little place called Flower Power since we have our shirts on. Let everybody know, what is Flower Power?
We teach cooking classes for all ages starting at 2.5. So we concentrate mostly with children. However, we do family classes, adult classes. We have 2 residential kitchens, so we have a lot of flexibility to get a lot of people through there. We do a lot of parties.
And fundraisers.
One of the things that we do a lot of are the Iron Chef cook-offs where we break people into teams. We give them a secret ingredient and then they compete for, some sort of prize or just for bragging rights, So it's a lot of fun.
There you go.
So, Patricia, tell us a little bit about the Zach Packs. There's one right behind you. And just tell us a little bit about what the porch tour sort of means to the work that Amy's done and her network have done.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty amazing. This is our most labor intensive and it requires so many different items. And so that's a lot of money, right, to fill these Zach Packs. So when you guys do this porch tour and your friends donate these items, it literally helps us to fill these bags. So the amount of the items that we buy are minimal. And then we have money for the backpacks, the actual snack bags, the other programming, because so much was donated to us. It extends the dollars that we've already raised.
That's so awesome.
It is.
Just like any nonprofit, you have to come up. You're competing against everything at this point.
Yes.
I mean, and there's so many nonprofits who are in need. So that's number one, because you want to help everybody. Number two, you're competing against events that are in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Sometimes you're competing against the weather. You don't know if people are going to show up. So the fact fact that you guys have continued this process of a Zach Pack is marvelous because people don't realize that it exists sometimes, right?
Yes.
So if they're experiencing an overnight stay, as you explain it so much better than I do, how can they ask about them?
Exactly. You just talk to your social worker if you need a backpack. It's funny, when I ended up at Children's, was it 1 or 2 years ago? And my son had to be admitted, and we weren't expecting to be there. And I'm sitting there in the room, and I'm like, I could really use a Zach Pack.
Oh my gosh.
I was so I didn't have one like in my car. In the particular unit where they didn't have them, but it's like you realize when you're in there, it's like these things are very helpful. It seems that when you get him into the hospital, it's late at night, the cafeteria is closed, you can't access anything, and it's just you're frantic. So when you have the key things you need right on your back, then you can pay attention to your kid and take care of those other things later because you have everything you need.
And I looked through, John, we've talked about this before, that we didn't even realize that there was a wish list. Like we thought, oh, you just come up with these items. That makes it so much easier. It's sort of like all of us have been invited to bridal showers. Well, have you?
No.
Okay. So all of us but John have been invited to bridal showers. And, it's sort of the same thing. You get some kind of a registry. That makes it so much easier because you're able to look. There are 13 items.
Yes.
I mean, that makes it easy,
and
right?
it's because you're particular in a way because you want
John,
them to
it's
have
her birthday.
the best,
Go easy.
Right?
Yeah.
No, you want, it is nice that the hospital provides toothpaste and shampoo, but it's even nicer that you make the time to deliver them nicer quality things, right?
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
the idea.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it helps, honestly, it helps with the inventory when we get exactly what we need, helping us to track the inventory.
Yes.
But yes, it is nice to give those nice quality items when you're there because you're away from home and you just, sometimes this little creature comforts means so much.
Yeah. No, that's a true story. And Patricia, I have forgotten this myself. For this tour's purpose, there are 4 different porches who are competing. So we go to 4 porches in case you didn't know. Amy's not the only one. Sorry.
I am the only
She's
one.
in the 25 percentile, though.
So basically, if you are choosing to send something on a friend's behalf, make sure in the notes you're saying who it's for. So if you're doing this on Amy's behalf, in the notes it would say Amy Knight, so that she gets credit for it. Because at the end, there's always a prize. Don't ask us what it is because we're not telling you.
Right. Amy, where can everybody find out about Flower Power online?
They can go to flowerpowerstudios.com. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Flower Power Pittsburgh. So pretty active on social media. Like to put out a lot of our events there.
All right. You want our Rory Honda question of the day?
Sure.
Bring it.
What is your favorite? I know what you're going to answer. What is your favorite rainy day thing to do?
Take a nap.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say Flower
Host a
Power
porch
and stay
tour.
on brand.
Oh.
Yes.
I know, right?
Patricia, what's yours?
Favorite?
Yeah.
I agree. Lay on the couch, grab a blanket, watch a movie. Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. It's
Not
John
me.
and Rachel. We're back on the
Did
porch.
anyone ask? Not me.
Yeah.
Would
No?
you?
Oh.
Are you a couch guy? You
No,
would not
I'm
be
not
on
a
the
couch
couch.
guy. You
Yeah.
know me. I'm
Neither
not
of us would be on the
right.
couch. All right.
It's John and Rachel, your Jagoff Late Night, the Porch Tour, presented by People's Gas. It is Rachel and John back at the Porch Tour for Zachary's Mission, presented by People's Gas. And interestingly enough, we were filling the holes as far as who was going to be a guest. And you put out the question is to the homeowner here, Amy, who would you like to meet? And the answer was Ellen from Pittsburgh Hills.
I literally texted Ellen and said, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you have been requested because we were just talking about having her and Mark come on because they're doing such unique things. And here it is. You're like going to become an honorary
so
porcher.
loved.
You're a porcher. That's what this is.
I love it.
The bad news is when we get to our question of the day, hopefully it doesn't, you say something like it's not a nap. Because if you, that would mean we've taken you out of your home on a rainy day for something.
True story.
Oh,
You know what
don't
I mean?
worry
So-
about it.
Sorry.
I need to get out more.
All right, so Ellen, you have like a whole list of things we need to get through. But first, for those who don't know, tell everybody about your Instagram account, website, all that stuff, Pittsburgh Hills.
So Pittsburgh Hills basically stemmed out of doing adventures with my daughter in the car throughout Pittsburgh on their really steep hills. We ended up finding some really doozy ones, putting them out there. People loved it. It got popular. Then I started meeting other people and learning about different things all around Pittsburgh. And I started making videos about that. So it's become a whole bunch of different things. The hills, people, events, the film community, a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yes, and speaking of the film community, we have obviously enjoyed your videos. We've followed them, we've shared them, we've interacted with them because you really are exemplifying Pittsburgh and all that Pittsburgh has become. But what I love is that we've seen you at certain Pittsburgh Film Office events. You're always volunteering. You're so ingrained into that scene.
Oh, I love the film people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's basically your background, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an actor, so
Yes.
I do that. And I'm so excited that Pittsburgh has all these different productions coming.
Yes.
Right now, they just finished Mayor of Kingstown.
How about that?
Season 4. Yes, I was a coroner once again.
I love
it. Pushing those dead bodies. Hershey is being filmed right now.
That looks awesome.
Yes, and they're out in Ligonier, the South Side. They were in Harmony.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize all
They
of
were
that.
underneath the Heron Street Bridge. There's
Okay.
an old Hershey's factory, fake factory.
Yeah.
Then there's a new one, How to Rob a Bank is coming, and it's with Zoe Kravitz and Pete Davidson, and they're looking for people.
Remember, we
to be
just
in
heard
that.
about that.
No,
Yeah, How to
yeah.
Rob a Bank from
What's wrong with
Don
me?
Keyser.
I can't remember anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's going to be a serial killer one
Oh.
from Apple TV, which is really cool because Stephen Graham is in it, and he's a really good actor.
Yeah.
And Liev Schreiber. So they're coming, and
Wow.
they're going to need people to be in it. And I'm so excited. It's been a while. We slowed down a bit, but now hopefully the film,
Sure.
the productions will start
tick back
coming.
up. Speaking of, and I don't think we've had this conversation yet, but I binge watched the entire Pit, right? The
Oh,
Pit.
yes.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
I loved the show.
I love the show.
Okay, you have a
Love
gripe,
it.
though. You have a gripe?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not just my gripe. Let me
Uh-oh.
just tell you that hundreds of Pittsburghers commented on my page or videos. We need somebody using Pittsburghese.
Okay.
Accents
Uh-huh.
or something.
Like your
No.
shirt.
Which is my shirt right here.
Pittsburgh
Commonwealth
Yes.
Press, guys.
it's a-
Dan,
Now-
I'm
Love.
tagging Dan at Commonwealth Press.
Love.
My Pittsburgh geese.
Now,
Yes.
Ellen,
Yes.
do you agree with that? That it should have some
so
Pittsburgh
I would agree. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. At least one of the nurses could have been like, this
I feel like it
Jagoff
would-
came in and tried to
Well, yes.
shake
Right.
me or
No,
whatever.
We would certainly endorse that
Yes.
proposition
Yes,
for sure.
or there was a construction guy,
Yes, and I remember being like, if this is not a critique, I promise, but
Yeah.
you know,
We
at
love
one
the
point
show.
I love it. At one point they bring in Primantes for the
Primantes.
crew, and they say it wrong. Like they're
Do
like,
they say Primantes?
no,
Yeah, they said
well,
it wrong.
they say it. It's felt forced. They're
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, did anybody
They
get
actually-
Primantes? And I was like,
They said jack off.
yes,
Whoa.
Not Jagoff.
Yeah.
you need to
So
bleep that
It
stuff.
could have been Jagoff.
Yes.
Yes.
Just a little change of
Yes.
But anyway, if they had just a little character, it doesn't have to be over the top, Yinzy
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
People would eat that up in Pittsburgh
Yeah.
because we have such a pride
Yeah.
or wanting to belong and feel like this is Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They're showing it. And if they just showed a little bit of that, we would but still, we'd love the show.
I guess
love the show.
that's fair enough, though, because, when you see a New York detective show or a Chicago Fire, they
Yes.
do have some,
Yes.
some of the
At least one.
Chicagoese in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicagoese. And again, hopefully they will film a little bit more in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh than last time. Just like they did 2 or 3 days. Hopefully more.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. But
Yeah.
it was cool to see. I know you haven't seen it yet, but AGH, you can just
Yeah.
tell that
Yeah,
that's what
and
it is, you
they
know.
used the helicopter
Yes.
and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
It
It was
awesome.
so cool.
And so you are no stranger to acting, as we said. And
Nope.
so I am so
Been doing it for 30 plus years.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm excited because you are going to be I'm going to be coming.
Oh, are you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now tell me, When is it? What is it? Who's with you? What's going on?
So me and Mark.
Yeah.
Mark is the driver.
Mark
guys.
is off the camera. Yeah.
You've seen Mark before. And a bunch of really talented actors are doing the play.
Wait, Ellen, you just said
What?
Me and Mark and a bunch of.
Yeah, like we're not part of it. Well, I mean, we're all talented, but I just want to say that, like,
I got
we're
you.
with a whole bunch of talented folks.
Sure.
And we're doing this play, Franz Kafka, The Trial. Now, you might be like, Kafka, oh my God, that's heavy or whatever. It is. It's freaky, but it's hilarious. So there's really funny parts of it. And it has to do with this guy that gets arrested, and he has no idea why he's getting arrested.
Oh.
And it's it kind of has some undertones of what's going around, now. So it's very, it makes you think. But also, there's really funny parts.
Yeah.
Like, I play a lawyer that basically has verbal diarrhea. So that typecast, maybe, I don't know. And I play a landlady. Mark plays 2 roles as well.
Okay.
We have like this really great cast, and it's going to be in the bottom of the cathedral in the Rao Theater.
And where can everybody find out more information about it?
So if you search in the Google or wherever, Eventbrite, Pittsburgh, The Trial, it should come up where you can get the tickets.
And it's June 26th.
So yeah, it's June 26, 7, 8, 9. There's 5 performances. The director is Jeremy Seegers, who is leading us into all of these interesting ways to perform this. And it's going to be very cool and different.
Ellen,
I love this.
Where does everybody find you online?
Oh, Pittsburgh Hills. So you can do Instagram, TikTok, and until it's not. YouTube, I have a longer program. Yeah.
All right.
The most recent hill that you discovered or would want to mention.
Well, so one I would say that was a real mother was Caperton.
Mother?
Yeah, Mother.
Okay.
The Mother Hill.
Okay.
It was out in Caperton in Bon Air. Do you know where Bon Air is?
No. Where's Bon
All
Air?
right. We have 30 seconds.
Okay,
we have to get you to the
no,
Roaring Conda
we
question
don't.
of the day.
Don't? 1:30.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
I saw
So
the one over
We'll
there.
find out
That's okay.
where Bon Air. Listen.
Bon Air is like out near Mount Oliver or something.
Oh.
Beltuver.
Oh, okay,
McKinley
then yes.
Park.
Okay, yeah, I thought
that
it was-
one. Oh my God! I saw some guy at an antique store, and he's like, "You need to do this," and we did it, and we almost lost our lunch.
We got to find that out.
Yeah. I
gotcha.
All right, ask the Rorik.
Roaring Conda question
Okay.
of the day. What is your favorite rainy day thing to do?
Rainy day. Well, usually it's stay inside.
Yeah.
It is, but unless I have somebody inviting me to something,
Like a porch
And here we
tour.
are.
I think Netflix, watching a movie, spending time with my cats. I don't know, or Mark. You
That
know,
was nice. It
How
goes
about-
Yeah.
Netflix,
Cats.
cats, Mark.
Mark. Yeah,
Ellen, it is
So-
always awesome to spend time with you. You're
I'm
in
so
my
glad that
category
I'm with
too.
you guys.
No,
Well, we
we always
appreciate you
appreciate
being here on the
Yeah.
Zachary's Mission Porch Tour. We can't wait to come see your play. Please make sure you guys check it
Trial.
out. We're excited for this. It's John and Rachel. You Jagoff late night. Mancini's Bakery, 97 years in business and still getting better. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That's where you will see various Pittsburgh personalities like Gretchen McKay, Super Bowl MVP Santonio Holmes, KDKA's own Mary Hours, and WPXI's Jenna Harner, learning how to make the famous Italian twist bread. Follow Mancini Bakery on Instagram and Facebook, and remember to ask for Mancini's. PittsburghUsedCars.com. With hundreds of used cars across 8 dealerships throughout the city, we provide the greater Pittsburgh area with a premium used car buying experience. Looking for unbeatable pricing on some of the best used cars in Pittsburgh? Visit Pittsburgh Used Cars Clearance Zone today. We're providing out-the-door pricing on all of our clearance zone inventory. PittsburghUsedCars.com.
It is Rachel and John back on a rainy day porch,
Yeah.
which is our question of the day. But we are here at the home of Amy Knight.
I thought you were
who
going
is
to give the
owner
address.
of Flower Power.
You're like, come to.
Well, the good news
6-4.
is that if you do think
There's
you know
free
where we are,
cheese.
you can't come because by the time you're hearing or watching this, we are gone.
Right, but she lives here.
Right. Yeah, right.
You're gone,
Don't
but she
throw
lives.
pizzas on the roof like they do for the what's that? That show that was on
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
God.
Yes, right. So
I think I'm the only person who did not like Breaking Bad. Did you like it?
Yeah.
My husband loved it.
It's like a comfort show for me.
Oh,
like if
okay.
I'm sick or something, and just putting on shows that you've seen a million times.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that voice you hear is Maddie Lafferty. And the beauty of Maddie is that she is a beauty, but
thank you.
We have gotten the chance to work with you for I think like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes with various musicians, performers, and again, I refer to Danielle as your cohort, who has always been helpful to us in terms of like the Bastard Bearded Irishman, because we all know John is a complete, band groupie.
Yes.
And not that I'm not. I sang with them. I'll get the episode so you can actually go see it. But
I have to see a video of that.
You guys both do such good things for the city. And the big breaking news, I think we should start there, was you have your own company. You've done great by musicians, but musicians and Pittsburgh was so down in the dumps to hear that Club Cafe had closed.
Yeah.
And then we got a press release, a month later that said, stop the presses.
Yeah.
It's been purchased. And it's you guys.
It is, yeah. Yeah, me and Danielle, and then we have 3 partners too that are working with us.
So start there. Talk about the company, who you are, what you do, and what led you to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Keystone Artists Connect is our artist management and events company, and Danielle and I met working for a production company a few years back, and we just both needed a change, and I went out of town and met one of my artists that I now work with now, Nick. He was playing this wedding I was at, and I was like, I just feel like really inspired. I need a change. And I came back, and she was like, well, I was just at Americana Fest, and Reed and Kristen, who are now our partners in Club Cafe, really said I should do my own thing, and do you want to start a company with me? And then how that goes is we were like, maybe we'll make money, maybe we won't. I was working like 5 jobs at the time while we were starting Keystone, bartending full time, which I got that job because the bar manager heard me talking about Byron in a meeting. He was like, I used to be in a band with him 20 years ago. So we got
Byron
to talking.
Was the common denominator.
Yes. So we met doing that, and then Reed and Kristen are longtime friends of ours, and Elliot has been in the bar scene for a really long time. He works for the Pirates too, just like such a positive attitude.
Yeah.
And the 5 of us, whenever Mike, the previous owner, put out his press release that it was closing, I have this thing where I'm like, I'm just going to send an email. The worst they can say is no. We'll see what happens. And that was in September. I sent him an email. And he was like, let's get coffee. I'd love to hear more about you guys. And we've been working, because the loan and everything, we've been working on it since September.
And go ahead. So many questions.
Yeah. So I guess from the Keystone Artist Connection point, you seem like you're more than a booking agency, right?
Yes.
We know what that is, but it seems like you're much more than that. And then to have this added asset of a venue, that seems like it's just plays right into their good hands, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have our branch of Keystone in Pittsburgh, and then we have a branch of it in Texas that's led by our partner, Kelby. The reason Danielle's not here is because she's opening our Nashville branch this weekend.
I love this.
I know. So, and we have a lady named Candace running that. We have a really, really good, powerful team of women that anytime one of us is out of town or has to go on vacation or tour, we always have each other's backs, and no matter... it's all remote work, which
Maddie,
is lucky enough.
It's a tough industry.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I just want to point that out. And full disclosure, we are never controversial, but it floors me that in an industry that has had these roller coaster situations, especially since COVID, that one, you are powerful enough to flourish, but 2, that you're taking the risk to do so.
Yeah.
And I mean that as a compliment, not like, what are you doing?
No.
Because people are championing you.
People say, what are you doing?
Well, right, because, I just heard you say how many jobs and how hard you were working.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, owning this is going to probably be the hardest job you've
it's
ever
my
had.
baby.
But it's in your heart, right?
It's in your heart,
Well, it's funny. I was telling Danielle the other day with the storm, we had some water damage. Water was coming in through the second floor, and my contractor was down there and called me and was like, hey, you should bring some fans down here. And I feel like I finally know what parents feel like when someone's babysitting their kid and they're like, something happened, get home right now. I mean, it's a really old building. It's been there since the 1800s. So,
and was that part of the conversation? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Business owner to business owner, I want to pass this along, but I'm not looking to pass the buck. Here are the situations that I ran into. What do you see it? How did you see it in means of how you can make it thrive?
Yeah. So Mike's actually been really great. The previous owner, he waited months for us to figure out like our loan and our financing and who we were going to bring on board. And we're going to open it as a coffee shop during the day too. And he owns Margot in East Liberty. So he's helping consult on that and open that, which is like nice to have something off my plate. I can trust someone else to worry about that. And then our liquor license came back 2 days ago. So we officially have a liquor license now. But yeah, I think Pittsburgh is just missing. I said this on a podcast we were on a couple weeks ago. I think it's missing like the whole of the art scene. I don't think there's any venue that has it all. Has, comedy, punk, hip hop, R&B, rock, blues, jazz, like every genre, indie, singer-songwriter, which like Club Cafe thrived on that,
Yes.
John Mayer, Nora Jones, like there's videos of them playing there. Lisa Loeb, who's playing the Arts Fest today, might make a sign and be like, come back to Club Cafe.
Right.
But yeah, it's a really special place. Sitting on that stage, you can feel so much history, and I think, I've had agents email me already that's like, let's wait until you're open. Like, I don't want to book this tour until it can be on your stage.
Wow.
Which is really cool. It means a lot to people. And
do you plan on rearranging it at all, or you want the legacy of the look and the feel?
Yeah, it has a fresh coat of paint.
Okay.
We're painting the whole building and going for kind of like a 70s vibe. And then like, in a diner when you see a bunch of stuff on the walls, like a gallery. We've been collecting stuff since basically we had the idea. We're like, if this happens, we're just going to go thrifting all the time. Yeah. And like printing out pictures. And we're going to make it really special and make it feel homey.
And so you don't have an exact date to like reopen just yet?
We would like to do some soft openings in July. And
wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then we're aiming to have which I have not told anyone, we're aiming to have our grand reopening party the first weekend of August.
Okay. So
not set in stone.
All right. We're going to mark our books. Yeah.
There's a couple things we have to figure out, just like contracting wise and install wise, but
for sure.
Wow.
Are you keeping the same name though?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I love that. Yeah.
Can't get rid of that neon outside.
Did you see her face? She was like,
and you're young, but I'm assuming you're in the business. You know the legendary Decade that was in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure, right? So I picture Club Cafe as being that, and you're continuing the name. So I love the fact that you're kind of taking that.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
We're really
where can
excited.
everybody find out more information specifically about Keystone Art Connect?
Yeah. So our Instagram and website is Keystone Artist Connect. And then Club Cafe is Club Cafe Live, and website too, clubcafelive.com. Right now it just says coming soon, but Kristen, she owns Two Wands Design. She's building out our whole website and all of our menus and marketing and stuff, so it's going to look awesome.
We love what you're doing. We appreciate you more than you know. You're such the ultimate intern. We're so glad that you're here. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. And before we get to the one and only Byron Nash and the one and only Jaquia May, because she is certainly so talented of a duo. Question of the day.
Do it.
What do you do on a rainy day other than a porch tour?
Sleep and watch Netflix.
That's it. That's the answer.
That has been really.
Next up, two of our favorite musicians in the city. It's John and Rachel. You Jagoff Late Night.
Hey, it's Nick with People's Natural Gas. It's porch tour season again. We're excited to support Zachary's mission.
KB Plumbing. KB Plumbing. KB Plumbing. Ben! Wow.
What are we doing in here, John?
Ben, I can't get this to go. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. I need like 22 liters per minute come out of there when I shower.
22 liters per minute?
Yeah.
Well, you got the wrong shower head.
Okay.
22 liters per minute.
All right.
So what you want to do is, there's a couple different options. Get rid of this guy. You can get yourself one with a nice one.
Yeah.
You got stuck in this tight space. That would definitely work for, a little undercarriage cleaning, if you know what I'm talking about.
I got you. Yeah.
Get rid of this, get one of those, and then you should be ready to go.
Oh, man.
Can you watch where you're at next time you call me?
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
I'm a really good clapper.
Yes, you are. And we're here on the porch, our last segment of this Porch Stop. And we appreciate People's Natural Gas presenting the Zachary's Mission Porch Tour 2025. And one of the awardees here today should be Byron Nash, because Byron and Jaquia May are here. But
Jaquia's
Byron
been on a bunch too,
not
though.
well, but Byron has been on the porch, but he's also hosted a porch. And we had
Maybe
Hall
that's
of
like a
Famer
statistic, yeah.
person Sean McDowell at his house. How cool was that, right?
Super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had an interesting conversation in my living room. That I was like, and then I came back and was like, oh, I understand. Bye-bye. I understand what's going on with Sean.
Right. And Byron, if I'm not mistaken, that podcast may have gone on for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do you remember how long that went?
It was a
Oh my
hangout.
God.
Yeah.
It was
so
BR
much fun.
before radio.
Yeah.
I was going to say, wait, I was there. Yeah.
That was great. That was fun.
But now you're even better because you have quite the amazing partner here. So Jaquia, welcome back. We're glad that you're with us.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. We love seeing you guys performing all over the city. We've talked about this before. Summertime seems to be the biggest vibe for you guys, right?
Yeah.
It's festival season. You can get outside. There's more open spaces to perform.
Yep.
Tell us what you have going on.
Let's see. On the 28th, we're playing the Beaver Boom.
Love that. You've done that
Is
before?
that the boom on the bridge?
Yeah, but we're like on the main stage for this year.
Oh,
so
congratulations.
that's going to be fun. Yeah, thank
That's
you.
great. Is it the whole band?
Yeah, whole band, all Nashville. And then we're headlining the 4th of July. I know, right? Yeah.
For Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
that by
Nobody knows
PNC
that,
Park?
so you guys are the first.
Is that by
love these
PNC
breaking
Park?
Yeah.
news.
Because we're on the
We'll be
stage
there.
Yeah.
We're there.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
we'll be there,
So we'll
yeah.
get to, we might be able to interview them.
How about that?
That'd be
That would
great.
be awesome. So we'll see you again
Yeah.
very soon.
And then we have a new single coming out on the 16th called Nasty AF. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Listen,
We're keeping it clean for the
Rachel
kiddos.
would not get upset at that, but if you said AI, she'd be like, I'm going to kill you. Yeah. She's so against AI right now. But AF, she'll take it, right?
I will take it.
All right,
yeah.
so tell a little bit about what you guys have been working on, the kind of music, like the release that just came out on the 16th.
We've been in a studio, we were laying low and we were recording a bunch of music and writing a bunch of music. And this one is just sort of like, I think it captures the energy of the band, sort of in your face, explosive, fun, confident music. And it's an instrumental, which is odd. So then we have another song that's going to follow up right after that features her doing her thing.
I mean, how could it not?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say this about you. I have had the honor of obviously knowing him for a long time, and so when he introduced us to your sound, it was just this, oh wow. And I think that was 4 years ago for me, not for your sound. But have you increasingly gotten people to come up and just say, like, thank you for what you're bringing and what you're doing and just sharing your voice? Yes?
Yes, I do. I get that often. It catches me off guard. So
Yeah.
I just be like, I'm just doing my thing.
Yeah.
I'm just
And
getting
were you always a
comfortable.
singer?
Yes. I
Okay.
was born and raised in a church, and
Yes.
it was just one of those things. I learned how to sing in church. So
Yeah.
people would ask me where I get my training from. I'm like, St. Mark Amy Zion Church. I grew up, my mother, my father, everybody.
Yeah.
We sung in the choir, so that's how I learned
That's
how to
it.
sing.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning, right? Like right now I'm studying Shaka Khan, Bessie Smith, Ma Rainey, just Billie Holiday, just getting that old Southern blues, that but they also have that gospel.
Right, for sure.
And when you're doing that, are you learning the chords, learning the pacing,
Everything,
learning the phraseology?
everything, right?
Yeah.
Everything, but it's more about the feeling.
Okay.
It's like being able to take yourself there. Can you transmute? Can you transcend wherever you are and go to that place wherever they're making that music? Because that's what you feel. When you hear, Aretha Franklin singing, you're just like, you go to that place wherever she is. She's going through some pain, but she's transmuting it and transforming it into this song, and you feel it. That's what I want to make. So that's why I'm still studying. I will forever study. I love it.
Yeah,
And I think that's what makes you guys so good at what you do and mastering your craft, because there's always these goals that you're setting. So
Always.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where can everybody find out more information and follow you both?
Byron Nash Music for the website, and then we're on Instagram and Facebook, Nashville Music.
Love it.
All right.
And Jaquia?
Yes, the same thing. Everything he just said.
So here we go. We have 30 seconds, I think. Rorick Honda, question of the day. What would you do on a rainy day?
Sleep.
Everybody has said that.
Sleep.
Byron, I
You
don't
would
get that
not.
from you.
No, I would probably play guitar, work out, and do some type of like mindset.
He's like, I
knew
have 4
it. I
things.
knew.
Right, and do some songwriting. And do some songwriting.
There you go.
Do some songwriting,
But
some
that's the
reading, and
common
some
answer.
songwriting. Yeah.
We're going to take a
We'd love
quick
that.
break and let you guys get ready to do a song. You ready to do it on the porch here?
Let's do it.
Yes.
It's John and Rachel, your Jagoff Late Night.
Welcome to Fernandez. Can I take your orders?
You need a tablet?
No, we don't use this. We know how to yell the sandwich, the cook. Here we go.
Dig in.
It's John and Rachel. We love to dig into iconic Pittsburgh places like Permanis. So we brought our friends from People's Gas.
Please call at least 3 business days before you dig.
It doesn't matter if it's a big project or something small like a mailbox. Always call before you dig. I called. We can dig in.
So please call 811 3 business days before excavating so you don't have to call 911.
I've been thinking that Rorick Automotive needs a new jingle.
Rory Automotive got the best cars around Pittsburgh.
Driving a Rorick, I bought it at Rorick. Picked up my new car at Rorick Automotive. I got friends at Rorick Automotive where the staff is nice and the dealership's loaded with brand new cars. And you can drive real far.
Tired of all these empty loves and lies. Heart's hurting 'cause Lord knows that I've tried to be dang near perfect, but no surprise. Still holding on to what's mine. Yeah. Where are all these empty words of love? Oh, thought that you was someone I could trust. Low and my old, said your actions, they don't match your words. You can't bring me down. You can't bring me down. You can't bring me down. Babe. Ooh, here comes the pain. You told me I never feel it again, but here we are at the dinner table. You talk about me like a beast again. You can't bring me down. 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 No, you can't bring me down. No, no, you can't. No, bring me down. Get out my way. No, can't bring me down. Get out my face. No, can't bring me down. Ooh, yeah.
Let's hear it.
There are so many goosebumps on this porch. It is Rachel and John. That is late night. That is
So good.
another porch
There's
stop
nothing
in the
more to
camp.
say.
Right,
yeah,
right.
thank you so much to everybody who made this porch possible. Thank you to Amy Knight for hosting. Thank you to all the guests who came on. But make sure you're supporting your local artists. You're supporting all of the people who are on this show, and especially Zachary's Mission. Thanks for being with us.